Hi everybody, this is Mark Ravenhill from GLP and we're here in Las Vegas for the LDI 2021 show, which is fantastic to be back. You know, we missed the year last year, but it's great to be back here. Looking forward to meeting lots of people today. And whilst we're here, we're launching some new products. We're launching the new X5 IP bar, and we're also previewing the new Impression X5. Here's the X5 right here now, looking at it. We've changed a lot since the X4, which has been out since 2013. Now we're moving on to a new technology platform with the X5. The first thing that it features is a brand new LED using an RGB and lime segment to it, one that's been developed exclusively for us. They're rated at 40 watts. There are 19 of them inside in the fixture, so it's a completely different color gamut that we can get. The lime aspect of it really opens up the color gamut and gives us expanded color rendering index as well. So the whole function of the X5 is a much improved in terms of the quality of the light coming out of it, the range of the light that you can get with it, and all the measurements that go along with that. The coloring rendering index is extremely high. The TLCI index is also extremely high. Using this new chip, you can also see that we've redesigned the front face. We now have a circular face, individual pixel mapping across all of the LEDs, so you've got full control there. And also we've designed with certain geometric lines in mind, so it's very easy to get lots of different effects from it. So let's run through a few cues. We have a zoom inside as well. The zoom range runs from 3.5 to 60 degrees. So at its narrowest, it's going about to half the size of the beam than we used to get with the X4, and at its widest angle, it's also going wider. The X4 went up to 50 degrees. So extremely bright. Extremely fast on the zoom as well, which we'll see in just a second. Because we have this new chip, we've also added some new algorithms and calibrations inside. So fixtures are calibrated completely consistently from one to the other, but it also means that we can have two different operating modes. One which is designed to bring out the best color quality, and another which is designed to bring out the highest output as well. You can choose, do you want full control of the color parts of the chip, or do you want the fixture to take control as well? And you can flip between those two modes on a cue by cue basis. A full range of color temperature correction is inside, and again it's calibrated, and you can specify what you want your white point to be. And there are 5 different levels that are all calibrated to the black body line, and you still have variable control over that once you're even inside a fixed point. So you can see here as we go through some of the colors, and again, all calibrated. The RGB line part allows us obviously to flick through a standard color palette as well. When we're going through the color palette, typically we're seeing a color rendering index of 90 or above. Now that we have the new algorithms inside looking after the colors, we're also able to manipulate them in different ways as well. So we're going to have a magenta green shift channel in there as well, which is important for when you're working on television. There's also going to be tungsten emulation modes as well, for 5 different tungsten settings. So lots of new color control and features that are inside. We can see just the zoom moving here from one extreme to the other, from that 3.5 to the 60 degrees. It's extremely fast. Everything has been sped up. The pan and tilt movement is faster. It's also significantly quieter. You'll also see that the fixture keeps the same traditional impression style design. So it is baseless. It weighs just under 30 pounds. It's a little bit larger than the X4, but obviously we get a lot more power out of it. The output in terms of lumens is rated at 11,200. The X4, as a comparison, was about 7,000. So, yeah. Here's some of the pixel mapping effects. These are some of the ones that are just built in inside, but of course when you're programming in full mode, you can do whatever you want. So, yeah, there we are. So an extremely versatile new fixture, new technology platform, and it's the Impression X5. It's going to be shipping early in 2022. So take a look. And now we're going to look at the new Impression X5 IP bar, and this is getting its global product launch here at the show. So a brand new fixture using the X5 technology platform. So we get all of the benefits of that new exclusive RGB lime LED, the higher color rendering, the calibrated modes, the magenta green shift, the tungsten emulation, all of those functions that we spoke about on the X5 we also have as part of the standard package here now. It's just that new technology platform that we're going to be seeing introduced in more GLP fixtures. What we're happening on this bar now, though, is it's IP65 rated. We've had a lot of requests now for outdoor rated fixtures. We often see the bars getting used on the front of stages, which are sometimes exposed, or just being used a lot on festivals as well, where there's just dust. It not always raining, but there's different environment elements. And having an IP65 housing will, of course, stop all of that getting inside the fixture, so they're easier to maintain, easier to keep clean, and so on. That's what we've got here, but it still sits in the standard, some of the standard packaging that we've done before. So it is exactly 1 meter long, just like before. We have had to change because the IP housing uses a bit more space. So instead of 20 pixels like the X4 bar, we have 18 pixels. But there's still absolutely consistent pixel spacing when we go from fixture to fixture to fixture and line them all up. The tilt range is the same at 200 degrees. The zoom range is increased. It now runs from 5 degrees at the narrow angle, narrower than the X4 bar, and wider out to 60 degrees as well. Again, as we mentioned on the X5, we've got individual pixel mapping control of each of the LEDs. That fast zoom that we had as well, and an increased tilt speed. So all in this same housing. It has the alignment pins on the side. It's the rubber feet underneath, so it'll happily sit, but then also use the Omega brackets when you want to rig it as well. We're incorporated now RJ45 connectors as a fail-safe connection system for both ArtNet and streaming ACN if you want to do that, or there's still 5-pin XLR on there for DMX as well. And then power in and power through with the Neutrik True 1 connector. So that's the IP65 bar, the Impression X5 IP bar from GLP, launching here at LDI 2021 in Las Vegas.